Kovar can't paint, you know it's true. Oh, he can't paint. Ooh, yeah, the man can't paint. It's sad but true.
So sad, so true.
Kovar can't paint, and so can you.
Hi guys, welcome back to Kovar Can't Paint. I'm Kovar. I still can't paint. If you're new to this channel, I'm not a professional painter. I've only been painting for a couple weeks, but I started this channel to get better at watercoloring and to share it with people and to have fun. This week I had a whole different episode planned, and that got scrapped when my wife texted me this. And I responded. And then she responded. And now here we are. And if you like, stick around to the very end and you can hear her reaction of how I did. So this is a famous painting by the artist Dike Blair, and it's in the MOCA in Los Angeles. I have no business trying to paint such a painting, but, you know, why not? I set out on this journey to have fun and to play and to not really worry about rules too much and just enjoy myself and try something new. The first issue I had starting this painting was how was I going to trace the image, because I knew I was not going to freehand it. Getting the proportions right of the glass and the olive, that's basically going to make the painting, in my opinion. So I knew I had to trace it somehow. I Googled and I looked at a bunch of tracing papers and copy papers and different techniques. And the one that looked the most promising was the projector technique, which was projecting the image on the canvas. But I didn't really want to buy a projector. And then I realized I have a projector at home that we use for watching TV. So I threw the image in Photoshop, put it up on the wall, and with a little adjustment on the canvas, traced it by hand with a pencil, ever so carefully. And I have to say, that worked pretty well. I think my first question I want to ask you guys, and please comment below, is what do you think about this? Is this cheating? I mean, the tracing part. And then also, what are your thoughts on like copying a famous work of art and trying to paint it? Is that, I mean, I don't know. Is that okay? Are we not supposed to do that? As far as the tracing goes, I looked up a lot of videos and stuff, and people generally seem to think it's totally fine to trace for your watercolors, at least. And like I said, I mean, it's the only way I could do it. I just don't have the ability to look at something and copy the dimensions on paper. at scale and with any kind of realism. I'm pretty sure that if I was to ever try portraits, that is something far in my future. As for now, definitely stationary objects, cities, streets, landscapes. I want to just stay away from faces as much as possible. Of course, now that I said that, I probably just challenged myself to try. Oh God. So I'm pretty happy with the way my colors came out. I definitely was eyeballing everything, and I don't have much color theory, but I just sort of trusted my instincts. And if a color seemed to need a little bit more yellow in it, I put more yellow in it, and if it seemed like it had more red in it, I added a little bit more red in it. I think the lesson here for me is, you get better by doing. Everything I did in this painting so far, is something I kind of learned in the last few paintings I've done. And the more I work with the brush, the more I work with the paint, the more I work with the paper, the more I know and the more comfortable I feel. Have you guys ever attempted to paint a famous painting? And if so, how did it turn out? Can you show it in the comments? And if I were to do this again, is there a painting that you think I should look at and consider doing? I just ordered a new little paint kit to take out in the world. It's a little wooden box with paints, and it closes together with magnets, and I hope to try that out pretty soon. I really want to hit my goal of being able to be out there in the world and see a scene or landscape or something and, just quietly sit there in the corner and sketch it out and paint it. I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. You can subscribe right there on the screen. Just tap Oreo's face and you'll be notified of when new videos are up. At this point in the painting, I've gone to my favorite white gouache. In this painting, it's really necessary to get that reflection, I think. But also, you know, to cover so many mistakes. It's my magic eraser, I call it. But here, the white gouache also, it seems mandatory to get into those places and really brighten up those reflections and create that glass look with those bright facets. I love white gouache. I'm not afraid to say it. Okay, my friends, we've come to the end of another painting. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far, you are awesome. And as promised, we get to hear what my wife thinks of our little painting.
Okay, let's look. Oh, wow. I like it, babe. It's really cool. I do. Feel like I could frame this one. Good job, babe.
He can't paint. Ooh, ooh, yeah. The man can't paint. It's sad but true.
So sad, so true.
Kovar can't paint, and so can you.
It's pretty cool. I love it.